In this video, we're gonna go what's called a knack. This is a bracing movement that we can use while we're lifting that's going to recruit our abdominal muscles, so our deep core muscles, as well as engage the support of the pelvic floor, so that when we're lifting, we're not bearing down into the pelvic floor. This is really useful during pregnancy and into early postpartum, or if you're someone that is experiencing any sort of pelvic symptoms, specifically pelvic floor heaviness and or leaking. So I'm going to use the barbell for this demonstration, but this could also relate to lifting your kids, dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever you're using. So if we were to have the barbell here in front of me, what I'm going to do is at the start of my move, before I go to lift the weight, I'm going to take a big inhale at the top, and I want to engage my deep core and gently lift the pelvic floor. So it's not sucking in, but it's engaging the deep core muscles. So what we're going to do to do this is we're going to take an inhale, and then we're going to brace with that inhale. So if I were to take my hands now, my core is nice and tight, and I'm lifting gently on that pelvic floor. So some cues that you can use are thinking of bringing your hip bones together. You can think of belly button to spine, or you can even thinking of zipping up and in from your pelvic floor all the way up your abdominals. Okay, you're now going to hold this brace. We're going to come down, pick up our barbell or whatever we're lifting, keeping that core engaged. So I have a nice flat back here. For example, if I was doing a deadlift, the pelvic floor is just gently engaged. It's not a super tight contraction, just nice and gentle lift. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the weight up and exhale on exertion. When we exhale on exertion, we lift with that pelvic floor and really accentuate that core engagement, so we have a nice, strong, stable base here at our midline, as well as preventing us from bearing down into the pelvic floor. So bearing down into the pelvic floor is when we push a whole bunch of pressure and air down into the pelvic floor area, which can increase leaking and pelvic heaviness.